Hi all, welcome back up here to the Performance Centre at West Wilts. We're going to do a little bit of a test. I'm going to hit 3 shots with my driver, specifically the shaft that I use in my driver. I'm going to swap the shafts over and I'm going to hit 3 the lady shaft and see what the difference is. There's lots of videos on this type of thing on YouTube, but I wanted to see for myself what actually happens. So let's hit 3 shots with mine first of all and see how we go. Okay, there we go. There's 3 shots with my driver, or the shaft that I use in my driver. Let's swap over. Okay, so got the lady shaft in my driver now, set in the same hosel position. Let's see what difference there is. Okay, that was really interesting. In terms of feel, obviously completely different. This was really soft. You could feel that as I swung through. But the critical thing that I can see on the launch monitor, and you'll see when I show you the figures, is how much I've hooked it. I've really tried hard to keep the ball on line, but the club just turns over. And the flex in the shaft is creating that. I was really trying to force hard to keep the club face open, but the shaft is just shutting that down because it's too flexible. But you'll see in the figures, and we'll have a quick look and run through and see what they look like. Here we go. So we've got the figures behind me here. I'm going to switch cameras. One, because you don't want to be looking at my face, and 2, it's obviously backwards, as you can see, over my shoulder. So we're going to run through the figures and see what the differences are. I certainly felt a difference, and also at the same time I could see that the ball was flying off target quite rapidly. It was hooking quite a lot. So let's have a quick look and see what they look like. So we can actually see, surprisingly enough, I was generating quite good club head speed, and on average slightly higher than that of my own shaft. The lady shaft was actually getting a little bit faster. You can see launch angle, I'm actually launching it slightly higher with mine, which is interesting, but starting on a straighter line. You can see that 0.4 off target to 3.5 off target. Now, here we come to the interesting bit, and this is the bit that really is significant in terms of the shaft flex. You can see the side spin is very different. You can see on my shaft at the top there, you've got 166, 22, and 147. The 166 is left-hand side spin, and the other 2 are right-hand side spin. But if we come down and look at the ladies' shaft, it's much higher. We're over 1,000, and in the bottom one, it's 1,441, which is very high. So it was curving a long way offline. I was getting slightly less spin rate, but that's because the club face was closing so rapidly, and that was keeping the spin rate down due to the flex in the shaft. If we come along to some important figures, so distance and offline. So carry distance and total distance, you can see totally different. I'm 32 yards longer with my own shaft on the carry distance, and on the overall distance I'm 23 yards longer, so quite significant. And you can see also offline, I was terrible with the ladies, miles and miles offline. With mine, not too bad, not the best day for my golf swing, but we were okay, it was controlling it. So the key thing is, you can see there, in the most important areas, distance and accuracy, the lady's shaft was an awful lot worse for me. And I was trying really hard to try and make sure the club face was staying square, but I just couldn't do it. It's just too flexible. So that's one of the key reasons why you want to come for a fit and make sure that the shaft of the club is right for you. So there we have it. So for me, massive, massive difference in shaft flex and how it performs for me. Now, critically, that is obviously my figures. The important bit is to make sure that you go and get fitted so that you can see the difference it makes for you. Because all of us are different, we all swing it slightly differently, so it's very important that you get your club tuned to you. That's both head and shaft, because you want to make sure that you've got the right loft, make sure that you've got the club that's most forgiving for you maybe, or keeps the spin down, or enhances draw or fade. Obviously we've got many options now with all the manufacturers and what they produce. And also we've got thousands and thousands of shafts to choose from. You don't want to get bogged down with trying too many, but if you go to someone that's good at fitting, they'll be able to nail down very quickly, 3 or 4 shafts that are going to be right for you, and then fine tuning it to the right one. So like I say, very important, get custom fit. From my point of view, obviously we're in this extreme there with my shaft at X-Flex and the ladies' flex shaft, but obviously very telltale sign in the figures. Okay, keep enjoying your golf. Like I say, hope to see you all soon, and if you have any questions, please comment or come up and see me. If you can't come up and see me, see your local pro. Take care and see you all soon. Bye bye.